Maybe it's cold outside. That's where I'm wearing this sweater. That means the holidays are upon us. So I'm going to give you my own personal Hot Toys holiday hunt list. What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel for a very special video today, that being the holiday Hot Toys hunt list. But before we get into that, I do want to say thank you to each and every one of my subscribers. We have just about 50 to go to reach that elusive goal of 2021. And we have just a couple weeks until the end of the year, so please, if you've not done so already, go ahead, hit me with that subscribe button, turn your notifications on, and also give me a presumptive like on this video. I would certainly appreciate it if you could help me reach that goal. So let's get into this today, that being the Hot Toy holiday hunt list. Now, I'm gonna be honest, these are not just Hot Toys I have on my list. There's a few others that are third party, but 6 scale holiday hunt list doesn't exactly fall off the tongue as well as Hot Toy holiday hunt list. But go ahead and say that 3 times fast. I promise you it is quite the tongue twister. So let's talk about this. What exactly is a hunt list? That means that you actually have to go out and hunt for it. These are not pre-orders, these are not coming soon. These are things that have already been released and most likely carry a little bit more of a premium price tag, because as for my list, a lot of these things are already sold out. So if you're hunting, where do you hunt? Where do you find these lovely things? We have 2 options for you, and that's why I have this sitting right here. The first one being your local comic shop or local toy store. You say, what are you talking about? Well, if you remember, there was a video I did about finding your Sideshow retail affiliate. The link for that is down in the description below if you've not already checked that out. But there are local stores and local comic shops that do carry 6 scale figures, like this one that my mom picked up for my birthday from the toy department in Cincinnati, Ohio. This is Logan from One Toys. It's one of the coolest figures I've actually owned in my collection now, so thank you, Mom, for picking that up. But you would be surprised to find what your local shops and comic book stores actually have. Give them a call, see if they carry any specific 6 scale figures, because you may just find a gem. So with that being said, if you can't find anything at a local store or comic book shop, then you may have to go to the dreaded eBay or Mercari or buy, sell, trade threads. So that's a little more risky. You can't actually see the figure, you can't hold the figure like you can here at a local comic shop, so you're taking a little bit more of a risk. But once you've narrowed down what you're going to be looking for, then you can actually begin the hunt. So here are my 5 top Hot Toy or 6 scale figures that I'm looking for on my hunt list, starting with number 5, which isn't a Hot Toy at all. It's actually from 3-0, that being Sandor, the Hound Clegane from Game of Thrones. Now this figure is a little bit harder to find simply because it's one of the original 3-0 Game of Thrones figures. Now I have Eddard, I have John, I have pretty much everybody else, and as well as a few other pre-orders that are coming, but as I said, this is the hunt list. We need to add figures that have already been released, and one of the ones that I have still not been able to track down is the Hound. Now this comes in a couple different options. There is the regular version as well as the much more elusive exclusive version. Comes with a really cool hound head and as well as that nice little helmet. So that is one I am looking for. Number 5 on my list, the Hound from Game of Thrones. Now I will be honest, I may be following a little bit of the hype train for this next one being number 4, and that is the black suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi universe. Now I know No Way Home is on its way, so there are rumors we could be getting some new Spider-Men from some of our old Spider friends, but for this is something I want to go and actually get. I don't want to pre-order anything. This is one that I'm actually hunting down, and that is the black suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man 3. It's an iconic look. It comes with a really cool Tobey Maguire head sculpt, which I've never had before, as well as that really cool Sandman base. And if you've seen any of the trailers, you know that Sandman himself makes a nice appearance in No Way Home. So as I said, following a little bit of the hype with that one right now, but I would love to add that black suit Spider-Man from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man 3. Number 3 is a Hot Toy from the original Star Wars line, and one of the few I don't actually have in my collection. I have pretty much almost every one of the Star Wars Hot Toys that have been released, except for this one, and that is the elusive Death Star Gunner from A New Hope. Now, this is a really cool trooper design in general, but the thing about this one that makes it challenging to get is it comes with this little antenna, and that antenna is often missing in a lot of these figures. I saw one on eBay not too long ago. It was for a decent price, and I thought I was going to jump on it, and just to be safe, I looked at those pictures, I kind of did my enhance, and I asked them, does this have the antenna? And they said, oh, I'm glad you pointed that out. I didn't realize that it is missing. And no, it did not have the antenna, and I had to go ahead and bail out on that one and said that's not going to be for me. So yes, I am still hunting the Death Star Gunner. So hopefully we can be able to find one of those for a reasonable price that actually has the antenna. So number 3, the Death Star Gunner from the original trilogy. Switching over to Marvel, for number 2 is a figure that I have a version of, but I want the definitive version, and that is the Falcon from Civil War. Now, I have the Winter Soldier Falcon, which I absolutely love. I think it looks great, but the Civil War Falcon is heads and shoulders above that one. It has the iconic red and black mixed into the suit, as well as his little red droid bird, which comes along with it, and I think it looks fantastic. Now, this one does run some pricey numbers on the secondary market, which I'm trying to be very, very careful on what those are. Once again, I found one that I thought was going to be the one to take home, but I saw in the picture that there was a piece from the wing that was missing, and I said, this is just something I cannot do. I cannot take a discount for a lesser figure that has a defect on it. So I cannot implore you enough, when you're looking for these figures, when you're hunting different things, always check to make sure it comes with everything that it originally came from. One of the things I highly recommend is go to the website to see what comes with that release. If it's a Hot Toy figure, you can usually go to sideshow.com, check that out, type that in there, and it'll show you that it comes with, 5 hands, 1 backpack, whatever it may be, and you can kind of list those and see if it ticks all the boxes on this figure that is for sale. If there's a piece missing, make sure to ask the seller about that. I've told you before, avoid the L when you're looking for some of these resale figures, because you want to make sure that you are getting a solid figure for a solid deal and it's not missing anything. So I'm hoping that I can bring home the Falcon from Civil War sometime soon. And now for my honorable mention, isn't a figure at all. It is an accessory for a figure, and as I said, you need to sometimes make sure that your figure is coming with everything that it was promised. Well, one of the figures I have did not. That is the Mime Joker from the 1989 Batman film with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson, and this mime version is fantastic in its own right, but it is missing the flower. It is missing the little flower that goes on his vest there, and I've been trying to find that flower everywhere, and every time they sell accessory packs or something like that online, it always is missing that flower. So I'm still trying to run down that flower. So my honorable mention for that hunt is, I would love if you can help me, anybody, if you know anyone that has that Mime Joker flower, hit me up. I need that one. It is officially on the hunt list. So drum roll for number 1, that being...
We got one!
Well, the bear was better, the dog was better, but they had no sense of me.
So it's no surprise that my number 1 hunt list item is the Ecto-1 from Ghostbusters. I've told you before that the Ghostbuster 4-pack from Blitzway are some of my favorite figures, if not the favorite set of figures in my entire collection. Now, after seeing Ghostbusters Afterlife, it confirmed to me that I need their rig. I need the car, and I don't know where I'd put it, but I need to have it. From the iconic look, to the lights, to the sound. Once again, listen to that lovely horn from that Ecto-1. I could listen to that thing on loop for days. It is just iconic to me. It is part of my childhood, and I definitely need to be adding the Ecto-1 sometime. Now, that one carries an extremely crazy price tag, so I have to be extremely diligent on if this one ever does become available. And it's also huge. It is monstrous. You know how big these 6-scale figures are. Imagine it times 4 to be able to fit 4 figures in there, and then it being a full car. If you think the DeLorean is big from Hot Toys, imagine the Blitzway Ecto-1. Look at this thing. It is a work of art, but it definitely needs to work its way into my collection, hopefully in the near future. So that's going to do it for us today. That is my Hot Toys / 6 scale holiday hunt list for the holidays and into the new year that I'm going to be trying to run down. But let me know down in the comments below what you are looking for. Is there a certain vehicle? Is there a certain figure? Is there a certain statue? What are you hunting for? What is at the top of your holiday hunt list? As I said, make sure to like and subscribe to this channel if you've not done so already, because once we get to 2021, you don't have to hear about this as much anymore. It'll just kind of be downhill from there. But also check me out on Instagram, as I said a little bit earlier on, and make sure to check out your local comic shops before you head out to eBay or Mercari or wherever it is that you're looking for your hunt. Make sure to give them the business if you can, and I will be seeing you in our next video.